guys, yes, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the patch notes. But first, we can talk about the sneak peek very quickly. If you didn't see, Ronin Tier 3 right there with the new Annihilator's uniform. And then the long-awaited Silver Surfer Void Knight symbiote uniform. So what people did say is there is a tier 4 like right when that shows up. They say this might be a T right there, and then this might be a 4. Yeah, I'm not sure, but this is what they say. So let's check out the forums right now. So we know that the update is gonna drop tonight. In the UK it should be 3 AM. So let's check out the update news. The patch details. So Ronin gets a uniform tier 3, and then Silver Surfer gets a tier 4 new uniform. So Ronin becomes a superhero, a universal superhero. He has a mind resist command and an annihilator's tag. He is 1,750 crystals, but now it's 40% discount, so he's a 40% cheaper. His uniform effect now applies to all allies, gives him dodge rate and 40% bonus damage dealt to superheroes and supervillains, which is very PvP type. Since you can apply this to characters like Dark Phoenix, Thanos, Silver Surfer, and then his leadership applies to all universal allies, 50% attack and 36% defense. Again, this is a huge buff to PvP characters like Jean Grey, Silver Surfer, etc. He still has the basic damage decrease basic damage received for 50%, known as tier 2 passive, super armor and basic defense plus 30% as his passive. His first 2 skills has stun, the second skill also has paralyze. The third skill is interesting because it has recover 5% HP to all allies. So it's either it's a one-time thing or it's like a ring around Ronin. Like a Moon Knight's tier 4, which makes it so that as long as an ally steps into it, they will heal for 5% HP for 1 second. I don't think it's going to be like a one-time heal thing because it's 5% and you don't really get to use this much often unless you are playing story mode 8-3 or Alliance Conquest or Shadowline, of course. Applies to enemy stun, incapacitation, paralyzed, damage immunity, pure damage, and increase 1% increased all basic attach each 1 pure damage accumulated. So that should be accumulation right there. And yeah, his skill names, except for Universal Shield, his skill names doesn't look too cool. But I would say he is going to be a really good universal support / leadership character. Hopefully he's good for PvP too, but he doesn't have any counterattacks, iframe, etc. etc. And then the long-awaited Silver Surfer Void Knight looks really cool. So if he's actually meta, I will buy Silver Surfer's uniform in the anniversary instead of Spider-Man or Gwen, and do a review because he looks really good. Since he's a super villain and he has the symbiote tag, this makes a very good buff. Since we know characters like Agent Venom has an artifact exclusive skill, and his uniform effect applies to all symbiote allies. That means both of Agent Venom's buffs apply to Silver Surfer because he's a symbiote tag. And I think Noel's leadership also applies to Silver Surfer, with I think increased damage or something like that. And as we know, Noel's probably getting a new tier 4 and a uniform soon, so this buff might increase for Silver Surfer in the future as well. He has the Annihilator sack, so buffs from Wendell Vaughn applies to him as well. His tier 3 becomes Symbiote Meteor, a much more intriguing and terrifying name. His leadership stays the same with debuff removal and a frenzy buff. Tier 2 passive stays the same, so immune to incapacitation, so people can't take away his buffs. And reflect 30% damage instead of 25, so I think that's 5% more. And then his tier 4 star passive is revised with 80% max HP instead of 60 with this old Guardians of the Galaxy uniform. Okay, so right there, his skills sound really cool. Galaxy Slice, Parasite Hammer, Roar of the Void, Black Hole Blade, and Cosmic Horror. So I will hopefully make a video tomorrow about the same time as right now. So stay tuned for that one. And there should be also a beta rebuild tier 4 video coming, not tier 4, Transcendent video coming soon. His third skill does have ignore targets and counterattack, and does have incapacitation, all damage immunity, removal of debuffs, 100% penetration again. His fourth skill applies to enemies 80% chance of missing attack. So I think actually the third and fourth skill would be really good for PvP. Maybe the fifth skill too, depending on how precise or how big the AoE is. But I think Silver Surfer is gonna be really OP. Maybe push down the meta. Maybe even beat Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor. Maybe get to the best PvP character in the game. And if it is that case, he will be a great addition to the team. It would probably at this point be, if you want a meta PvP team, probably at this point, Dark Phoenix, Madeline Pryor, Silver Surfer, and Adam and Wolverine. You just repeat those, and it will be a really good Otherworld battle team, or choose 3 to make a really good PvP team. So yes, he has a tier 4, increase basic attack by 100% for 7 seconds, and recovers 15% HP for 7 seconds. So he'll keep repeating, recovering his HP by 15% for 7 seconds. So as long as you can keep him alive, he can heal a lot of times. Ronin's tier 3 is pretty interesting. I would say not too exciting because there's not too many buffs for it. But his tier 3 skill does look pretty cool. There's a gigantic black pillar. I think the texture is not finished yet because at the end you can see when he's like, after the entire animation is gone, you can see that Grunt actually has some purple things. Yeah, right there. So it just suddenly appears. So I think the actual finished animation should either, this is the entire animation, the black wall, or there's gonna be some like light purple, dark purple glows in the wall. So Ronin's artifact applies to all allies, increase basic attack, and an additional 5% total instinct. The Silver Surfer's one is the same as Jean Grey, Kang the Conqueror, with the increased damage dealt by 20% to superhero and supervillain factions. The new uniform collection, it's a really expensive uniform collection if you think about it, because three of these characters are native tier 2. Beta Ray Bell's only Epic Quest. Gladiator is a Epic Quest finale character, and Silver Surfer over here is twice as expensive as a normal native tier 2 character to rank up. And except for Ronin, every other one of these uniforms uses BAM to advance a uniform to Mythic. So it's a really, really, really expensive team of collection. Uniform collection. But you do get 200 crystals as a reward, so I would say it's quite decent. This is a very hype update in the end, because we got Silver Surfer here, got Ronin. I think these two probably will become meta sooner or later in the future, maybe even right now, considering how cool Silver Surfer is. And also his uniform is 1,500 crystals. So I would say if you can wait till the anniversary, because it's about like 1 to 2 months, because I know the anniversary login starts probably April, the first week or two of April. So if you can wait until the anniversary, because it's gonna be, I think, 250 crystals cheaper, which saves a lot. We know that because Silver Surfer's getting an upgrade, we know there's a tier 2 6-star Silver Surfer sale for 7,300 crystals. Tier 3 support packs. His power cosmic chest. As you can see, we got a full view of this new a Void Knight Silver Surfer, which looks really, really cool. I really love the looks. Gives you these stuff. It doesn't give you Ronin the Ronin bios though. And then here we got the full look of these two. They look really cool, actually. So yeah, that is all for this update. Stay tuned. Rank up your Silver Surfer, prepare your Ronin, and see you next time. Bye.